If you or someone you know has inherited a house in Groveport, Ohio, or if you're going through the probate process that involves the house in Groveport, Ohio, then this video is for you. My name is Dave Perichin with Sell House Columbus, and for over 14 years we've been buying inherited properties in Groveport, Ohio, and working with people going through the probate process that involve properties in Groveport. So the reason people love working with us first and foremost is we keep things simple. When you're dealing in this process with inherited properties in Groveport, Ohio, it can be overwhelming, and the last thing you need is more stress or added confusion. So we work extremely well with you, any family members involved, any attorneys or courts that are involved, to keep things extremely streamlined and very, very easy from beginning to end. Another reason people love working with us is when we buy your inherited property in Groveport, Ohio, we're going to buy it in its as-is condition. And what that means is you don't need to fix anything, you don't need to sink any resources or put any money into the property, even when it comes to cleaning the property out. Typically, the conversation goes something like, you as the person who inherited the property in Groveport, Ohio, can take anything that you want out of the property by all means, any family heirlooms or collectibles or anything that you want at all, and then anything that you don't want, you can just leave behind. You don't need to haul anything away. You don't even need to clean the property because we do buy the property in its true as-is condition. Now, if you have a lot of time to work with and if you have the resources to fix up the property yourself and make it into perfect condition, maybe a good option for you is to list the property with a realtor. But if you're looking for things streamlined, if you don't want to put any work into the property or handle any inspections and things like that, then working with a cash buyer who's going to pay cash and buy the property in its as-is condition is typically the best choice. When you're listing a property, if you list a property with a realtor, you're dealing with a different type of buyer. This is a traditional buyer, and oftentimes the purchase of the property is dependent upon their lender. They have to do a formal appraisal, they have to do formal inspections and things like that. When you're selling your property to a cash buyer, like us here at Sell House Columbus, there are no formal appraisals or inspections. We're going to do a very simple inspection, but we're not here to nitpick the property. We're simply taking measurements. We're looking at basically the plan after we close on the property, what work we're going to do. But when we're purchasing the property, we fully expect there to be repairs. In fact, that's what we prefer. We buy properties to fix them up. So this isn't a traditional buyer type of situation where there's going to be formal appraisals or anything like that. You don't have to list the property with a realtor, and you don't have to pay commissions. So when it comes to setting up a closing date for the property you inherited in Groveport, Ohio, we can move extremely fast if you need to, or we can be flexible if that's going to accommodate your needs better. And what I mean by that is sometimes people need to move extremely quick, or they want to move extremely quick. Maybe there's something going on in their life that's causing them to want to close fast. We can do that. We're a true cash buyer. Now, if there needs to be flexibility, if you need to, work with the courts, or if you need to, for any reason, kind of extend a closing date or be flexible, we could accommodate that as well. So when you contact us, it's going to be a very transparent conversation. Clear communication is one of our core values, and we're going to make you a cash offer on your property. If our offer works for you, great. We'll move forward. We're going to communicate clearly. You're going to know exactly where the process is throughout this entire process. And if our offer doesn't work for you, that's okay too. So we can shake hands and part as friends. There's never going to be any pressure or sales gimmicks or tactics or added stress. We are local, and you're not dealing with a company that is just in a call center who's maybe not even in the United States. We're here local, we love Groveport, and you're working with real people who's going to make you a fair, transparent offer on your inherited property in Groveport, Ohio. And to contact us, you can pick up the phone and give us a call at 614-300-5151, or you can visit us online at sellhousecolumbus.com. And again, we're real people. We're going to have a real conversation, full transparency, very clear communication, and we look forward to working with you.